Rich Lowe, Pilot Legacy, on site at the Grassdale, Manor, Texas, Thursday, 25 March 2021, 38 weeks post-groundbreaking. Well, this promises to be among the most exciting of the updates so far, as the substantive portion of the vertical construction is now underway. Here's the current situation. Flying westbound along the northernmost driveway, you can see the progress has been substantial since last month's report. For a more comprehensive view, let's take a look at the plan view of the site from the east side perch point looking westward. During our February update, recall the steel framing of the clubhouse was just underway. Once the driveways and primary utility connections were complete and the trusses and framing materials were delivered, Strategic wasted no time in commencing the construction plan of action as we had previously detailed. The vertical construction is well underway at sites Echo, Charlie, Bravo, Delta, Alpha, as well as at site Golf. Of course, in the midst of it all, the clubhouse continues to make excellent progress as well. The vast majority of the building materials delivered over the past month have been the basic construction components needed for framing. 2x4s, 2x6s, truss elements, as well as the exterior siding and plumbing components. As you can see here in the center of the site, some of the more specialized construction elements have just recently been delivered. These larger 6x6 timbers will soon take their place in the clubhouse, as well as at columned entry points for each of the residential buildings. Clearly, there's no shortage of building material here on site, but the biggest challenge is always logistical in nature, tying it all together, managing the delivery of materials, and making sure those materials are on site and ready for the framing crews. As you are well aware, there is an enormous amount of construction throughout the greater Austin area, and you can be sure these crews and their skill sets, as well as building materials, are all in high demand. Strategic has done an outstanding job managing the demand of both building materials and crews, and as you can see, the first of the 6 residential buildings are progressing right on schedule. And with the iron framework now fully in place at the clubhouse, crews are also making great progress in bringing that building to life. This is important because it's not going to be long before pre-leasing activities for the Grassdale begin. Now, most of the residential buildings will be 3 stories. However, some of the buildings along the northern boundary are a combination of both 3-story and 2-story units. This was done for 2 reasons, both for drive-by aesthetics as well as a means of managing Manor's zoning density requirements for the property. Here you can see that on building Charlie, just one of the 2- and 3-storied buildings on site, the roofing trusses are already going in place, with Alpha and Bravo soon to follow. Of course, as framing commences, so does the plumbing and electric. From the interior, as expected, the plumbing can be seen within the structural members, and along the exterior of each building, the transformers have all been put in place. Blue Bonnet Electric is on site, connecting the buildings to these transformers at this very moment. And since our last update, the primary entryway has been poured, and you can see the additional forms are in place to pour the curbing and median that'll divide traffic to and from the clubhouse as well as the property at large. Additionally, all of the garage pours are now complete, and also underneath the primary drive, you can see the culvert sections have been added to the 24-inch concrete pipes that had just been laid this time last month. At the southern portion of the property, we are revisiting the depth of cut in the southern detention pond. There will be additional material removed to increase the volume of the pond, how much that will hold, and it's going to better accommodate the design of the gabion baskets and provide a greater capacity that we'll utilize for our irrigation purposes here at the Grassdale. Currently, the pond is being pumped dry, and it will be excavated to achieve the additional desired depth. Once that extra depth is achieved, the gabion baskets will then be installed. Here in Texas, we're entering that time of year where we traditionally have the best weather. I saw the first blue bonnets on our way up to Grassdale this morning. That bodes well for us at the Grassdale as we pick up steam and we progress southbound on site with additional vertical construction.